Hey everyone, today I'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Secret Wars line Symbiote Spider-Man. I do already have a Symbiote Spider-Man. It's the one that came on the retro card, and I really like this figure. But I got this one because it looks very interesting on that amazing fantasy body, and then the two head sculpts also look really good. I'm just gonna see like whichever one I like better, then that's gonna be the main Symbiote Spider-Man on my Spider-Man shelf. Taking a look at that back at the packaging, as you can see, it's a kind of like a retro card kind of style. So you got a window right here that shows the figure, all the accessories. You got Secret Wars up there on the back. You have a nice image of Spider-Man, and you got a bio right there. Let me just lift the camera up so you can see that. You got all the other figures in the wave. I do have the Wolverine. That review may be up soon. I'm not sure before you seeing this, but the other ones, I'm kind of tempted with the Iron Man, but I don't know yet. And you got a little instruction thing on how to use this thing, and then on the bottom it's just nothing, and then on the top just nothing. You also have your barcodes, words, and other things. Let's go ahead and get this guy open. Getting this guy out the packaging, I have to say I really enjoy this guy more than I thought I would. He does use the Final Fantasy Spider-Man body right here. The only difference is the head, of course, and also they did fill in the peg holes that this figure had for the web wings, so that's a pretty nice thing that they did there. That they used the Final Fantasy body is a very nice frame, you know, it's like kind of like a smaller muscular build, fits well for Peter Parker. It did do well with the spider logo right there. The paint's pretty clean. I think it's more clean than their previous one. This one looked like it had a weird texture on it. Still looked nice if you looked at it from afar on the shelf, but I think this one just looks a lot more cleaner. And if you look at the back here, the spider logo does cut off right there halfway on his back, and this one carries all the way down, but it's fine because this is more of an 90s style Spider-Man, and this is more of the 80s from Secret Wars. This sculpt I do like. I like how big the white eyes are, and I like how Lee looks mean and stuff. That looks really good to me. And if you're thinking about head swapping, the heads on the, I just tested out, the head looks to be a lot smaller. So if you try, yeah, it looks, no, that actually looks really small. And then that obviously is going to be very large. So head swapping may not, oh, that head's being difficult. The head swapping may not work with this, but if you want to do it, you can. It's just, it's gonna look a bit off because the head sizes are different. So did do painted triangles on the hands right here. On the last one, it was squares. Looking at his accessories, out the box, he does have two fisted hands, and then he also has a extra head sculpt, and then two extra pairs of hands. He got two whipping and two open hands. And then he has this little Secret Wars thing that has like the instructions to swap out for this thing, like the shield that he comes with, right? And then it has a little gimmick right there where you can switch from Peter Parker to Spider-Man, and then you just have to like pop this out, and then pop this little thingy out. You can pop this in if you want. Let me see if I can get it kind of straight. Yeah, you can attach that onto there, and then you just have to clip that onto his wrist right there. You can have him holding the shield if you want to resemble the toys that came out during the Secret Wars run. It also has this more squinting head sculpt right here, which I think looks nice. And then again, like I said, the two whip hands with the triangles painted, and then the wall crawling hands as well. So nice array of accessories here for Spider-Man. Articulation is on the Final Fantasy body, but I never reviewed that figure. So taking a look at it here, there's a hinge and ball joint up at the head, so you can look up that far, can look down that far. You don't got really any tilt, you got rotation. Hinge at the shoulder, it was about to right there before it stops. Butterfly joint, get some pretty good range there. Shoulder can rotate around 360. Bicep rotation, double jointed bend at the elbow, get some good range there. Wrist rotation, hinges out and in. We do have a ball joint at the torso and a hinge down at the waist. So you using both those, you can crunch forward that much. Is mostly using that crunch right there, and then you can crunch back that far, and then you also have some side to side and some rotation on that ball joint right there. And then for the legs, there's a ball joint down at the hip. kicks forward that much, kicks back that far, can go out to only there. Thigh rotation, double jointed bend at the elbow, gets you that much range. You do have a boot rotation, hinge at the ankle, goes forward, goes back. Mine's kind of stuck a bit, maybe this one goes back that far. So I like the articulation of the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Jesus Christ. I think there's more Spider-Man figures that are more articulated than that. I think that this body is more articulated, but I like the just proportions of this one more. Considering the Spider-Man, to see how tall he stands roughly about 6 inches tall to the top of his head. I think that puts him at a pretty good height next to some of his villains like Kraven and Shocker. It finally used the Gundam marker method on Shocker here. It took me 2 years, but I finally did it. Here he is next to Venom. I kind of wanted that Walmart exclusive one. I kind of did. It was mainly that Todd McFarlane style head sculpt that almost got me. Almost did. And then again, here he is next to the retro carded Symbiote Spider-Man and the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. So overall, I very much enjoyed this Symbiote Spider-Man figure, posing around, messing with it and all that. Like I said, I love the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man body mold. I think it's perfect proportions for Peter Parker. In terms of which one I'm going to keep on my Spider-Man shelf, I'm not sure. I had this one on here for a while, and I love the posability on it, but I don't really have them posed on the shelf. So I have to, I'm not really too sure yet. Maybe by, maybe by, the next collection video I put out in, 6 months or so, you'll be able to see which one I chose to go on my Spider-Man shelf. But overall, if you don't have a Symbiote Spider-Man figure, if you don't have the retro carded one or any of the other, I think there was one on the Pizza Spidey body mode. If you don't have that one, or if you don't have the Mafex one, I think this is perfect for you, because honestly, it kind of looks like the Mafex from far away, to be honest with you. It kind of does. If you don't try to look for the blue highlights and stuff, I think it kind of matches the Mafex proportions pretty well. But anyway, that's it for this video. I see you next time. Bye.